In most fields, a master is recognized by their firm hold at the top. Within large and mid-cap funds, it won't be wrong to call Kotak large and mid-cap a master. Over the last 5 years, it has consistently ranked either 3 or 4 in terms of AUM and has grown its assets by a massive 38% per annum in the process. Now, in most fields, a challenger is recognized by their role in the hierarchy. Within large and mid-cap funds, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund fits that criteria. 5 years ago, the fund was ranked 6th in terms of assets. It then slipped up to 11th position in 2022 but quickly made up lost ground. In 2026, it broke into the top 5, ranking 4th. It achieved this feat by knocking Canara Robeco Large and Mid out of top 5. Now, over the last 5 years, the fund's assets have grown by an envious 49% per annum. It now sits right below Kotak Large and Mid-Cap Fund and its assets are almost as large as Kotak's. So, can it knock off the master and take its position for good, or will the master eventually show it who the boss is? We'll try to find the answer in this video. Hello and welcome to ET Money's YouTube channel. In this video, we'll compare Kotak and ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Funds. These two funds are currently the 3rd and 4th largest in the category by AUM. We will see how these funds have performed, how risky they are, and how they are managed. Alright, let's start by comparing the returns of Kotak and ICICI Large and Mid-Cap Funds. But before we start, here is something important. While we will talk about these funds, whether you should invest in this category and if yes, then which funds, is a different story. And to know the answer to this question, you should head to the ET Money app and check out ET Money Fund Verdict. It's a personalized recommendation that is decided by first looking at your risk and return expectation and then evaluating whether this category and any funds within it have delivered those. If they have, you get the recommended investment horizon and the best way to invest in it based on prevailing market conditions. You can then invest in just one tap. And if the category or the fund is not the right fit, you get alternative recommendations too. So check it out. In this section, we will compare the two funds across a number of metrics. We will also take a look at the index and category returns for a wider perspective. Now, the relevant index for large and mid-cap funds is the Nifty Large Mid-Cap 250 TRI. Let's first talk about the most basic and the most popular return metric, trailing returns. In terms of trailing returns over the last 3, 5 and 7 year periods, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund is the undisputed winner, with its returns ranging from 18% to 20% per annum. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap stayed ahead in category but has remained behind the index. The next metric is SIP returns. Since many investors prefer SIPs to invest in equity funds, it makes sense to check this metric too. Here as well, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund beats the rest hands down, with its returns ranging from 7% to 17% per annum. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap Fund has done well too and is ahead of the category in all the periods. It's ahead of the index across 3 and 5 year periods but behind it in the 7 year period. Next, let's check the annual returns to get an idea about the consistency in performance. Now, in terms of annual returns, the competition is quite stiff. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap beat ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund, the index and the category in 2 of the last 8 years. ICICI Prudential and Large Cap Fund did this 3 times. And the index beat the rest 3 times as well. In none of the years was the category the winner. Finally, let's check the rolling returns across the 3 and 5 year periods between 2018 and now. Now, since rolling returns incorporate numerous instances of trailing returns, they give a more robust picture than simple trailing returns. Across the both 3 and 5 year periods, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund has beaten the rest. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap has stayed ahead of the category but not the index. Overall, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund has done better than Kotak Large and Mid-Cap across return metrics. Now, what's noteworthy is that the Nifty Large Mid-Cap 250 Index has given a tough fight and has itself emerged as a strong option. Category returns have disappointed and many funds across the category are finding it difficult to beat the index. Now, if you'd like to know more about Nifty Large Mid-Cap 250 Index, you can watch our video on it. The link is in the description. Alright, next let's compare the two funds in terms of their risk profile. In this section, we'll check 4 metrics: standard deviation, Sharpe ratio, Sortino ratio, and downside capture. The first is standard deviation, which is used to measure volatility. Standard deviation is a measure of how spread the numbers are around the average. A low standard deviation means the values are close to the mean, while a high standard deviation means they are more scattered. So, a high standard deviation indicates high volatility and vice versa. Here, Kotak Large and Mid-Cap Fund does a better job than ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund, the index and the category. The fund contains its volatility quite well. On the other hand, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund is more volatile than the category but less volatile than the index. The next ratio to check is the Sharpe ratio. The Sharpe ratio tells us the risk-adjusted performance of a fund by taking into account the total volatility. The higher the number, the better. Here, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund has done slightly better than Kotak Large and Mid-Cap. Both have done substantially better than the category and the index. Alright, next comes the Sortino ratio. The Sortino ratio also tells us the risk-adjusted performance of fund like the Sharpe ratio, but it takes into account only the downside volatility and not the upside one. This makes sense as it's the downside volatility that investors want to avoid, not the upside one. So the higher the Sortino ratio, the better. Here also, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap does turn out to be the best. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap has done a decent job too and is ahead of the category and the index. Lastly, let's check the downside capture ratio. This ratio indicates how much a fund falls relative to the benchmark. A downside capture ratio of below 100 suggests that the funds fall less than the benchmark and the vice versa. With a downside capture ratio of 86.76, Kotak Large and Mid-Cap does the best job on this metric. It means that when the benchmark falls by 10%, the fund falls only by 8.7%. The ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund is better than the category, but at 98, its downside capture ratio is on the higher side. Overall, Kotak Large and Mid-Cap Fund does a good job at containing volatility and downside, but in terms of risk-adjusted performance, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund is one step ahead. This suggests a more conservative positioning for Kotak Large and Mid-Cap and a more aggressive one for ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund. Alright, in the next section, let's take a look at how the two funds are managed. But before that, if you aren't subscribed of the channel, please do subscribe. We do some interesting videos around mutual funds and personal finance, and all of our content is data backed. And do press the bell icon so you never miss a video from us. Alright, now both these funds are quite old in the category. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap was launched in September 2004. Since August 2012, it has been managed by Harsh Upadhyay, who is the CIO at Kotak AMC. The fund was earlier called Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund and it underwent a name change in June 2025. On the other hand, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund was launched in July 1998. It was earlier called ICICI Prudential Top 100 Fund and was a large cap scheme. It underwent a name and mandate change in May 2018. Now, since June 2022, it has been managed by Ihab Dalwai. Now, being large and mid-cap funds, these funds must maintain at least 35% in large and mid-cap stocks. But the remaining 30% allocation can throw light on the orientation of the two funds. Let's check Kotak Large and Mid-Cap Funds market cap allocation first. The fund's allocation to large cap has ranged from 50% to 56% over the last 5 years based on the half-yearly data points we have considered. Its mid-cap allocation has ranged from 35% to 40% and small cap from 4% to 7%. On the other hand, at the category level, large caps have constituted 45% to 52%, mid caps 37% to 39%, and small caps 7% to 13%. So, the fund prefers to be overweight on large caps and underweight on small caps. On the other hand, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid Cap is quite venturesome. The fund's large cap allocation has ranged from 37% to 56%, mid cap allocation 36% to 40%, and small cap allocation 3 to 17%. So, the fund does shuffle its portfolio quite a bit in and out of large and small caps. Now, as of March 2026, the fund's portfolio had 17% small caps and 37% large caps. Now, this gives it an aggressive positioning as we got an idea when we looked at the fund's risk metrics. However, the fund does try to contain risk by spreading its corpus across a higher number of stocks. As compared to category's average count of 67 stocks, ICICI Prudential Large and Mid-Cap Fund has maintained 79 stocks in its portfolio on average. Kotak Large and Mid-Cap's average stands at 63, which is below the category average. Now, to further find out the orientation of the two funds, let's check their portfolio turnover ratios. The portfolio turnover ratio tells us the degree of churns in the portfolio. A higher ratio means the fund manager is probably following a tactical approach. On the other hand, a low ratio indicates a buy and hold approach. Now, Kotak Large and Mid-Cap Fund is a classic example of a fund with a buy and hold approach. Based on our data points, its portfolio turnover ratio is between 11% and 33%. Contrast that with the category's 55% to 89%. ICICI Prudential's large and mid caps portfolio turnover ratio has ranged from 46% to 149%. The fund used to have high ratios until 2022, but now it has moderated. This suggests a shift in the fund's approach. Possibly, the fund shifted to a more patient attitude after the coming of its current fund manager in June 2022. Still, it is yet to beat Kotak Large and Mid's monk-like patience. Now, another way to understand how Kotak and ICICI large and mid-cap funds are managed is to check their sector allocations versus the category. This will help us understand if these funds like to go with a broader trend or take contrarian bets. Now, over the last 3 years, based on our data points, both Kotak and ICICI have taken overweight and underweight positions with respect to the category. For example, in September 2023, when the category's allocation to the auto sector was 12%, Kotak's exposure to it was 20%. In March 2024, the category's allocation to the auto sector had dipped to 11%, but Kotak's allocation continued to be 20%. ICICI Prudential large and mid-cap has frequently remained underweight on banks, except for September 2024, when it was slightly overweight. Apart from this, both funds have invested in sectors that weren't the top ones at the category level. Kotak has been bullish on capital goods and ICICI on retailing. Earlier, ICICI had shown fondness of crude oil sector. Now, this suggests that both funds are not afraid of taking divergent sectoral calls versus the category, and that perhaps also makes them beat the category consistently. Even at the stocks level, there is quite a lot of variation in top 10 holdings versus the category and each other. This should not be very surprising, as at 250 stocks, the core investment universe for large and mid caps is quite large. That gives ample opportunity to astute fund managers to generate alpha based on stock picks. A final orientation that needs to be checked is the inclination to growth or value styles of investing. This can be done by looking at the portfolio valuation ratios and comparing them with categories averages. Now, in terms of price to earnings or the PE ratio, both funds have lower valuations as compared to the category averages, with ICICI maintaining a lower valuation than Kotak. But this situation changes in terms of the price to book or the PB ratio. Here, Kotak's valuations remain below that of category and ICICI. ICICI's PB has risen sharply over the last 2 years. Again, this change is after the new fund manager took over. So, it's likely that the fund switched from a classic value style to a growth at a reasonable price philosophy. On the other hand, Kotak large and mid's valuation multiples reflect its core value orientation. Alright, let's summarize the findings of this video in the concluding section and assess if the challenger does pose a threat to the master. On your screen is the summary of comparison of Kotak and ICICI large and mid-cap funds. On the returns front, ICICI Prudential large and mid-cap is the clear winner, but it is more volatile too. However, in terms of risk-adjusted performance metrics like Sharpe and Sortino, ICICI large and mid-cap does better. But when it comes to downside protection, Kotak turns out to be better. Now, this data in aggregate positions Kotak large and mid-cap as the low volatility safer option and ICICI Prudential large and mid-cap as the more rewarding but riskier type. The same observation is backed by their management styles. Kotak large and mid-cap is a less aggressive buy and hold value type fund. ICICI Prudential is a more aggressive GARP type fund. So, these two funds actually cater to different investor profiles. As to the question of whether the challenger will beat the master, it appears likely, but the master is in the league of its own. Rest only time will tell. Do let us know in the comment section which fund you prefer, and if you have invested either, how your experience has been. With this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please share it with your friends and family. I'll be back soon with another video. Till then, take care.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.